Hello friend, welcome to back my channel Old Coins History. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 1999 Italian 10 euro cent coin bearing the M mint mark is one of the most fascinating pieces in the entire euro coinage system, not only because of its beauty and cultural depth but also because of its position as one of the very first euro coins ever struck, and to appreciate it fully we must understand the special context of its creation, since 1999 marked the official launch of the euro in electronic and accounting form, while coins and banknotes would only physically enter circulation in 2002, meaning that any coin dated 1999 is part of a pre-issue series produced in anticipation of the changeover, and these coins, including the Italian 10 cent, carry enormous historical weight as symbols of a continent transitioning from centuries of diverse currencies into a single shared monetary identity. Italy, as a founding member of the European Union and one of the original adopters of the euro, struck its 1999 coins at the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato in Rome, identified by the traditional M mint mark, which has long been associated with Roman coin production, thereby linking modern Italy with its ancient minting heritage stretching back to the days of the Roman Empire. And when you hold a 1999 10-cent piece, you are not merely handling small change but a coin that stands at the crossroads of antiquity, Renaissance brilliance, and modern European unity. The design chosen for Italy's 10 euro cent coin is among the most admired of the entire series, depicting Venus from Sandro Botticelli's masterpiece The Birth of Venus, painted around 1485 and today housed in Florence's Uffizi Gallery, a painting that has become an icon of the Renaissance and Western art in general, symbolizing love, rebirth, beauty, and the rediscovery of classical ideals during the Renaissance period. And by selecting this image for the 10-cent coin, Italy was making a cultural statement that its euro coinage would be a celebration of its artistic legacy, ensuring that each coin in daily circulation would also be a miniature artwork in its own right, carrying the genius of Italian history into the hands of millions of Europeans. The obverse, designed with extraordinary attention to detail, shows Venus standing gracefully upon a shell, her long hair flowing around her body in elegant strands, rendered with such precision in minting that even in the tiny dimensions of the coin, one can see the fine textures of the hair and the flowing lines of her figure. And surrounding this central design are the 12 stars of the European Union, the mint mark, M, the inscription, Re, for Repubblica Italiana, and the year 1999, each element balancing national identity with European symbolism. The reverse, which is common to all Eurozone 10-cent coins, was designed by Belgian engraver Luc Lux, featuring a globe with a map of Europe, crossed by 6 diagonal lines and surrounded by 12 stars, a visual metaphor of Europe connected, integrated, and united, making the coin both national and supranational in identity, and reminding its users that while they might see Botticelli's Venus in Italy, someone in Spain or Germany would see Cervantes or the Brandenburg Gate, yet both would share the same reverse map, embodying the philosophy of unity in diversity that underpins the European project. From a technical standpoint, the coin is struck in Nordic gold, an alloy of copper 89%, aluminium 5%, zinc 5%, and tin 1%, chosen for its durability, resistance to tarnish, golden appearance, and hypoallergenic qualities, and the coin weighs 4.10 grams, has a diameter of 19.75 millimeters, a thickness of 1.93 millimeters, and a milled edge, with fine indents, making it practical, distinctive, and long-lasting. And these features were carefully harmonized across all Eurozone members to ensure uniformity, security, and easy use in automated machines. Yet beyond these specifications, the 1999 Italian 10 euro cent carries meaning as a pre-issue coin. Since no euro coins circulated before 2002, these 1999 strikes were produced in limited numbers, primarily for official mint sets and for preparation, which makes them highly desirable to numismatists. In fact, collectors often consider 1999-2001 euro coins as transitional or pre-circulation issues, and the Italian versions, struck in Rome with the M mint mark, are especially prized for their combination of rarity, artistry, and historical symbolism. Unlike later coins that passed through millions of hands in daily transactions, most 1999 coins survive in uncirculated condition, often pristine, sometimes as part of complete sets that today fetch significant premiums on the collector's market, and their value lies not only in their metallic composition or face value but in their role as artifacts of a monumental shift in global economics, when 12 nations abandoned their national currencies, lira, peseta, franc, mark, and others, in favor of one shared system. For Italy, a nation with a long history of monetary complexity and inflation, the euro represented both a challenge and a promise, and the coins of 1999 embody the optimism of that moment, stamped forever in Nordic gold. To gaze upon the 1999 Italian 10 euro cent with the M mintmark is to see Botticelli's Venus reborn not on canvas but in metal, to see Renaissance ideals married to modern integration, and to hold in one's palm the weight not just of 4.10 grams of alloy but of centuries of history and the hope of a united European future. And for this reason, collectors, historians, and even ordinary citizens who remember the days leading up to the 2002 launch see these coins as more than money. They are bridges across time, symbols of cultural pride, and milestones of European identity. Next coin. The 2014 10 euro cent coin is a fascinating modern circulating coin within the euro currency system, belonging to the family of coins introduced in 2002 when the euro became the common currency of many European nations, and by 2014, more than a decade into its existence, the coin had already established itself as one of the most heavily used denominations across Europe, serving in everyday transactions, vending machines, ticket kiosks, parking meters, supermarkets, and cafes, making it not just a piece of metal but a vital tool of daily commerce. It is minted in an alloy known as Nordic gold, which is not real gold but a carefully engineered mixture of 89% copper, 5% aluminium, 5% zinc, and 1% tin, chosen for its warm golden color, resistance to tarnishing, and unique electromagnetic signature that makes the coin easy to recognize in automated machines while also discouraging counterfeiting, and this choice of alloy gives the 10, 20, and 50-cent coins their distinctive appearance compared to the reddish copper-plated steel of the 1, 2, and 5-cent coins and the bimetallic structure of the 1 and 2 euro coins, ensuring that both visually and by touch, each denomination can be distinguished, a crucial factor in a multinational, multilingual monetary union where symbols and design must communicate across borders without relying solely on language. In terms of dimensions, the 2014 10-cent coin measures 19.75 millimeters in diameter, weighs 4.10 grams, and has a thickness of 1.93 millimeters, with a special edge called a Spanish flower design, which is a scalloped edge with 7 indentations, making it tactilely different from smooth-edged or milled coins, again helping users distinguish between values in their pockets, and this edge also serves as a security feature since it is difficult to counterfeit precisely. On the reverse side, which is common to all Eurozone 10, 20, and 50-cent coins regardless of the issuing nation, the design was created by Luc Lux, a Belgian artist and computer engraver at the Royal Belgian Mint, and by 2014 it featured the updated post-2007 map of Europe that shows a seamless European continent without national borders, extending geographically to include the enlarged EU of 27 states such as Malta and Cyprus, replacing the older pre-2007 design that showed only the 15 EU members of that time, a change that symbolized the evolution of the European Union as a project of integration and expansion. Surrounding this map are the 12 stars of the European Union, which do not represent member numbers but instead symbolize unity, completeness, and stability, a number borrowed from heraldry and long associated with harmony, while beneath the map sits the year of issue, in this case 2014, making each coin an easy-to-date historical marker of Europe's monetary journey. The obverse side of the coin varies from country to country, since each member state is allowed to choose its own national design for the euro coins, provided they include the 12 stars, the year of issue, and the country code or monogram. So a 2014 10 cent from Italy shows Botticelli's Venus, from Spain it shows Miguel de Cervantes, from Germany it shows the Brandenburg Gate, from France it shows the Sower motif, from Ireland it shows the Celtic harp, from Greece it shows a ship, and so forth, and thus each 2014 10-cent coin tells two stories at once, the collective European story on its reverse and the national cultural identity of its issuing state on its obverse, making euro coins miniature ambassadors of culture as well as money. The production of these coins in 2014 took place in the official mints of each Eurozone country, such as Rome in Italy, Madrid in Spain, Berlin in Germany, Paris in France, Dublin in Ireland, Helsinki in Finland, and others, and while hundreds of millions were minted overall, the exact number varied by country depending on demand and circulation needs, and most countries produced tens of millions of 10-cent coins annually to replace worn coins, accommodate growing populations, and supply commercial banks, with some also issuing special proof versions or including them in annual collector's sets, which although identical in design are struck with higher quality dies and polished blanks to give mirror-like fields and frosted details that appeal to numismatists. Despite its modest face value, the 2014 10-cent coin carries historical weight, for it circulated during a period when the Eurozone was emerging from the severe financial and sovereign debt crisis of 2008-2012, with countries such as Greece, Spain, Italy, and Portugal still facing austerity measures, while northern states like Germany and the Netherlands pressed for fiscal discipline, and thus these coins were silent participants in the daily struggles of Europeans coping with unemployment, reduced wages, and changing politics, and yet they also represent the resilience of the euro project, since by 2014 the euro had not only survived but had become firmly entrenched as the world's second most used currency after the US dollar, and the 10-cent coin was a crucial part of that stability. As circulating coins, most 2014 10-cent pieces quickly lost their initial mint luster and acquired scratches, dulling, and signs of wear, but in uncirculated or proof condition they remain attractive to collectors who enjoy building complete year sets of euro coins from each country, and though they are not rare, they often serve as gateway items for beginners in euro coin collecting, since the variations by year and country allow for systematic collecting while still being affordable. Ultimately, the 2014 10-euro-cent coin embodies the entire philosophy of the euro system: standardization for practical use, variation for cultural representation, and symbolism for unity, while also acting as an artifact of its time, reminding us that even the smallest coin can hold within it the story of a continent, its art, its economy, its political ideals, and its everyday human transactions. And when one looks closely at such a coin, what appears to be ordinary change in the palm is in fact a carefully designed product of centuries of minting tradition, decades of European integration, and the momentary imprint of a single year, 2014, frozen forever in metal yet destined to pass through countless hands across borders, languages, and generations.